From the stage to the screen, theater company PETA is bringing online its advocacy play, Under My Skin. The play's run was cut short last year because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And I spoke with lead actor Cherri Pie Picache, and she told me what to expect in the online restaging of this anthology drama, which centers on HIV.
We feel that a lot of people should have seen this because this is actually an advocacy play. It's acting on HIV to make people aware and to disseminate information on HIV, especially. And so we felt that the audience were medyo bitten because it was cut short, and so we decided to film it so that we'll be able to show it on a different platform. It's not really easy to do it. It's not, it's kind of financially challenging also, with all the tests to be able to film it. But when the situation eased up, and with the help of Unilab and Filipina Shell Foundation, so we're very grateful that we were able to do it. Now a lot of people can see it online.
I just want to touch more on Under My Skin right now, and we understand it actually has such a strong message when it comes to spreading awareness on HIV. Tell us a little bit about the story. I mean, how different is this from the other stories that we're familiar with regarding HIV? Of course, there's Angels in America and whatnot.
Yes.
What does this play, Under My Skin, hope to achieve?
I would like to believe that ours was on how Under My Skin went is more of a parang documentary type of play. We're also in partnership with Red the Whistle and Love Yourself. And so mas personal, the personal stories and different, it touched on the different stories of different people. Because, when people say HIV, a lot of us think right away that it's only applicable to the LGBT community. But I think, it's also good to know for people to know na, children as young as 12 years old, 14, because it can be passed on from the parents to their children. And children can have HIV. Anybody susceptible to have HIV. And so it's good to inform everybody and that to let everybody know that it's not a death sentence. I'm playing the role of Dr. Gemma Almonte. She's really an actual character that deals with a lot of HIV patients.
Your role is actually one of informing everybody because, I mean, you play, of course, the doctor that tries to handle all of this and possibly appease people, telling them that there is hope, that there's actually something that you can do.
It's not a death sentence, something that it's curable. You just have, that was the stigma that it has. We're really hoping na mawala yon,
Now, we understand also, Cherri Pie, this COVID, this pandemic has really affected a lot of people, and this included. How did the global health crisis affect the HIV response?
Well, I mean, in any situation now, I think yung medicines, the coming in of the medicines, the supplies, it's very difficult. I mean, one important factor, I think, especially for the HIV patients, or people, is to have a very good support group. But with the pandemic happening, that's all limited. The importation of the medicines, the distribution of the medicines. So all of that is affected. But hopefully there's a light in the tunnel. I mean, things are easing up.
And talking about challenging, another factor that you had to deal with also is the experience of filming, all of this under the new normal. What are the adjustments that the production had to make?
Yeah, I mean, for everybody, I suppose, especially also in the news team. I mean, for our industry, it's doubly difficult now doing it because it's financially challenging because of, making sure that everybody's safe. The tests alone are not cheap. Well, for us, when we filmed Under My Skin, fortunately, we just did it in a day. But for others, you have to be in a lock-in situation.
I want to ask.
Financially challenging.
That's right. I want to ask you a little bit, Cherri Pie, about when you actually filmed Under My Skin. How different was it? Because we know, di ba, pag theater, malaki, di ba? Yung mga movement, bigla na lang may camera.
Yes.
Did you have to, make some adjustments for that? Or direct said, no, pretend there's no camera, do everything as is?
I mean, that was also an adjustment because doing a play and doing a film is two different things, diba? Parang psychologically, okay, I'm doing a stage play, but I'm filming it. And so we also had to, si Direct Melvin Lee also had to make adjustments with regards to the shots so that the audience or the viewers who sees it online can still have the feel of watching a play. Diba, those are the challenges. For us actors, when you do a play, you just do it in one run. But we had to, do a cut. I mean, the cut pa rin, just like the way we film things. But I think the mastery of doing a play is still the same when we filmed it, because you can't wing it. We had to do several takes, the memorization of the lines, the blockings, and yeah, it was kind of difficult psychologically lang naman. But basically, it's the same as like filming any other thing.
Well, I'm sure it's challenging, and knowing you, Cherri Pie, you probably aced it. I mean, you made it look so easy, so easy as you normally do everything that you do. When will it be streamed, and how can we watch it? I mean, we're so...
Yes, please. So I'm inviting everybody. It will not only help the advocacy on HIV awareness, but it will also help a lot of our, our colleagues in the live events and the theater, our colleagues in the theater. So it's going to be streamed on November 26th until the 28th. And this November 30 and December 5 for a very minimal cost of 180 pesos for live stream and 250 for video on demand. So people can go to www.tickettome.net.
And now that things are slowly opening up, well, we hope to see you actually on the stage, and I'm sure more films to come for you. Thank you for joining us here in
Yes, thank you very much for having us.